Yo, I'm on the way to my boys' crib right now, but I'm about to break down to you guys exactly how I was able to put on muscle and shred fat at the same time. You know, ever since I've been working out for 3 years, ever since I was 16 years old. And this is the exact same strategy that I used when I first started. I didn't really have a name for it before, but one thing I understood is that tracking macros isn't necessary. You know what I mean? If you're not a bodybuilder, if you're not, trying to try hard at the gym, you're just doing it to build confidence and just because you want it to add to your life, then it's like, bro, you don't necessarily have to track your macros. But it really depends where you are. If you want drastic change, drastic results, maybe tracking your macros would help you, but where I came from, it just wasn't necessary, and I was still able to see monumental progress without ever tracking my macros. And I'm not trying to be a bodybuilder, I'm not trying to do all these things. And what I did is I basically created a system in my head that was sustainable, that I could keep with myself for my whole entire life, so that I could actually see progress in the gym. So there's two important aspects to it, right? The first one is the portion size method. You know, every single meal that I would eat, right? You have your palm right here. One of them is for protein, another one's for carbs, and another one's for fats, right? Carbs, white rice. Protein, red meat is king. Red meat is the best one. If you're gonna eat chicken, it will probably be chicken thighs are the best type of chicken. But yeah, and then fats, avocado. Avocado's fucking amazing because, it fucking boosts your tests. It's super good for you. You know what I mean? And, these things that you all adjust it based on the progress you're seeing, but I'll get to that. And also, it's by weight, right? One thing that I do now is I track my protein by weight. So now my goal is 1.5 pounds of high quality protein a day, and then I'll eat it with 2 cups of white rice each single meal that I have. And I usually have 2 meals because I just like getting it out the way. I don't like eating like 4-5 meals. I feel like that's OD. And I usually fast in the beginning part of the day, and then I eat after I work out around 8 or 9 a.m. and then I get a meal in around 10, and then I fast for around like 14 hours before the next day. And another thing that I do is I weigh myself, right? I weigh myself to make sure that I'm gaining muscle, and I'm also making sure I'm gaining strength. And if I'm not gaining strength, that means I'm not gaining muscle. That means it either means I'm not training hard enough or I'm not eating enough. And then if the weight on the scale isn't going up, that means that I'm not gaining the weight I want. And that's when you start adjusting to see what works. You know what I mean? If you're not gaining strength, if it's not going up, then up it to 2 pounds of protein, and up your carbohydrates, up all these things, and then you start seeing more progress. And then you see, okay, the scale goes up when I eat this much, right? That's what works for me. I'm 5'6.5", I weigh around 160, and for everybody it's different. If you're a taller guy, if you're a bigger guy, you might need to eat 2 pounds of protein. But the thing is, the reason why I'm saying pound instead of just tracking it by the macros is because 1 pound of grass-fed ground beef, 1.5 pounds of grass-fed ground beef is already around 130 grams of protein. And then you pair that with 5 eggs. The reason why you guys should be eating 5 eggs daily is because eggs have the right amount of cholesterol, and in the yolk there's so many dense nutrients that your body needs in order to build testosterone. Without the right testosterone, you're not going to see the progress you want to see. So I would recommend you guys to eat 5 eggs either directly in the morning or directly at night. Your body does produce testosterone at night during, when you sleep. So, at night would probably be more optimal, but I just usually do it in the morning because that's when I cook. And then I eat 5 eggs, and then, for example, this morning I ate 5 eggs with half a pound of grass-fed beef. And I didn't even eat carbs because, realistically, okay, yeah, carbs are good, right? But if you're trying to be leaner, you want to reduce your carbs. If you want to put on muscle more quickly, then up the carbs. Carbs do allow you to gain strength, but basically, guys, the main takeaways that I need you to understand is aim for 1.5 to 2 pounds of high quality protein with 2 cups of carbohydrates a day, or a portion of carbohydrates with that meal, and then 5 eggs a day, and then a portion of fats, right? Portion of fats, avocado is the best version. And consistency is what builds mountains. You know, you guys don't want to be switching everything up constantly. It's like I literally, all I eat is beef. That's basically all I eat. I don't remember the last time I ate chicken, and it's because I know beef, grass-fed ground beef, is the best food with the best nutrients and everything. You know, it's a common misconception when people say cholesterol is bad for you, and all of that has been debunked. There's so many studies that just debunk all those things that say that cholesterol is bad for you. Cholesterol has no correlation to any health problems at all, and it's so good for you at the end of the day. But so yeah, make sure you're eating right, make sure the scale goes up, weigh yourself on a daily basis, and then make sure you're getting stronger. What I would do is I would weigh myself daily. Literally, I would weigh myself daily, make sure the scale's going up, and then I would make sure my strength is going up. And that's literally how I got to where I am right now. That's exactly how I got to where I am. And if it wasn't going up, I would make adjustments, I would eat more, and if it was, we're chilling. But yeah, guys, that's basically it. If you have any more questions, you could DM me on IG. Let's get it. Thank you guys for watching the video. If you guys are interested in one-to-one coaching, you could go ahead and book and call with me down below, and I can break down exactly how, at Max Out Fitness Coaching, we're going to, transform your life in order for you to build the right habits that are going to allow you to get into the best physical and mental shape of your whole entire lives. But guys, thank you for watching this video. If you guys, mess with the content, go ahead and subscribe, like. If you have anything to say, comment. Let's get it. But yeah, I love you guys. Peace out.